Hey everyone, this is Ayman from AsusTransform.com. Today I'm going to be doing a video on how to root your Asus transformer. I'm going to be doing a detailed video, so it's going to be a little bit long, but it's going to break everything down for you step by step on how to get it done. So really the only requirements that you need is a Windows 7 or Windows XP machine. You need a micro SD card. It doesn't really specify, how large the size is. I recommend 2 GB just in case. You need obviously your cable and your transformer, and I'm going to put up a link on my website on where you can download all the software and drivers that you're going to need. So let's go ahead and get started.
Alright, so the first thing you need to do is make sure that your tablet's ready for hacking. We're going to do this by going into settings. We're going to click on applications, and then we're going to click on right here, development. We're going to make sure that USB debugging does indeed have a check next to it. You can uncheck the one that says stay awake and allow mock locations.
We need to actually make sure, we need to find out which tablet version of the software we have. So if you click on here and you can see that the build number ends with 0423, you have to use the V5 method. If yours has anything else under 423, then you must use the V4 method. Okay, so I'll make that very clear as we go throughout the video.
Alright, so the next thing we need to do is actually download the files necessary to root the device. So before we do that, I want to give a shout out to Sheshmaru from XDA, and of course the developers from AndroidRoot.mobi for actually providing the files, and Sheshmaru for actually bringing it to people's attention. Now, to respect the wishes of the developers from Android Root, I will not host the files myself, so instead I'll just send you a link which will be found in the write-up as well as the description on the YouTube video, and that will actually just take you right to the link where you can download the 2 files. One will be called CWM_blob_v4 and CMW_blob_v5. So make sure you download both of these files and save them somewhere on your desktop.
So the next thing you need to do is download the Android SDK. Now I'm going to provide you again with a link on where you can find that. That's just at developers.android.com, but I'll have a link for it in my article. So the thing here, what we're going to do is we're going to click on the installer. It's a lot easier to get this installed using the installer. So go ahead and just run. Actually, just go ahead and click on save, then you can run it. So it's going to take a little bit of time to download. So once that downloads, let's just cancel that because I already have it downloaded. So once the file has downloaded, click on it and go through the setup wizard. It's going to make sure that you have Java SE Developer Kit, the JDK. So if it's not found, you're going to make sure you have to go download that, and I'll provide a link on where you can get that as well. But you're gonna need it to continue. Now, see where it says install the destination folder. I recommend you install it to the root of your hard drive. So I would recommend actually just clicking on the local disk C and then make a new folder. I'm just going to name it Android 2, and then just click OK and then continue on with the setup. And then we're going to start the SDK manager because there's some files that actually need to be downloaded through the SDK. So the most important one that actually needs to be downloaded from all these files that it shows here that needs to be downloaded, really the only really important one here is the SDK platform tools. That's what has the ADB, which is the Android debug bridge, and you need to have that installed to actually get this working. So we're gonna let it install all of this, but we really just want the SDK platform tools. So go ahead and let that do its thing. So you can see that after just a couple of seconds it says install SDK platform tools revision 3, and now it's downloading documentation for Android SDK blah blah blah. We do not care about that right now. So go ahead and click cancel. If you're a developer or planning to develop, then let everything install, but for us we just want something quick. We want to get this done, so we don't need all the other files. The next piece of tool that you're going to need to download is called Asus Sync. Now this is actually the most important part because your computer won't recognize the tablet without this program. So I'll provide you with a link. It's a simple, just download, install, nothing to it. I will also include the drivers for those attempting to do this on Windows XP because Windows 7 will automatically download the drivers for you. So the last thing that I recommend is going back to that TF101 blob root folder that has the 5 files in there. I recommend you just select them all, okay, copy, then go into where you installed Android. Remember, that would be under local disk C. Click on the folder that you named Android or something like that. Click on platform tools and go ahead and paste it here. Not paste shortcut, just paste the actual files in here. The reason I do this is because when I'm running these commands, it's gonna be easier to tell the computer where the files are without having to, you know, type in where we download the files and stuff. It just makes everything all in one place and easier for everyone. So the next thing you need to do is actually plug up your tablet to your computer. So that's simply just plug in the proprietary connector. Go ahead and plug it into the computer. Okay, and in my case, since I'm using an emulator, I need to make sure to tell it what operating system to go to. And it should detect it in just a couple seconds. There we go. Now when you get this screen, you know that your tablet has been recognized. It's mounting itself as a thumb drive, so you can transfer files over. So that's a good sign. So the next thing you need to do is go ahead and start up your command prompt. For those who don't know how to do that, it's going to be under Start, All Programs, accessories, and then Command Prompt, and you'll get this black screen. This is where all the magic happens. Let's get started. Now we're going to have to use some terminal commands to get this to work. First thing we need to do is go right into where the folder is we downloaded, the Android SDK. So to do that, we're going to click on C, or type in CD / Android. Hopefully that's what you named it. Okay, now we're in the Android folder. Then go ahead and type in CD space, no backslash, platform - tools. There you go. Now you're in the platform tools. Now just to make sure that ADB is working, we're just going to type in ADB devices. Perfect. Now that means we set up ADB correctly. You can see that our attached devices, it's being recognized, which is good. So now we can actually get into the real nitty-gritty of installing it. Alright, so now what I recommend is, again, I'm going to put everything on my website, and you can just copy and paste the commands, but if you feel like you need to type them out, by all means go ahead, just in case I made a mistake when I did post them up, but obviously I would double check that. Anyways, so the first thing you need to do, we're going to need to start pushing some files over. So we're going to do ADB push ginger break bb space /data /local /. You can see that it actually transferred. Next thing we need to do is ADB shell chmod 777 /data /local /ginger break bb. You're not going to get anything for this one. It's just changing the permissions. Now we need to do ADB shell. You're going to get this little $sign here. Means you're good. Type in period /data /local /ginger break bb.
So for most of you, this is not going to happen. It's not going to say permission denied. It would actually continue on with the rest of the procedure. Now the reason why you're getting a permission denied is because you probably tried to do this rooting method before. And so what we have to do first is actually remove the previous files before we can continue on with the rooting. And it's very simple. Type in rm space /data /local /tmp /boom sh. You're going to retype it again, and instead of boom sh, you're going to just remove, or you're going to type in sh, and then you can type in the command to continue on with the procedure, which is going to be /data /local /ginger break bb. After you hit enter, you can continue on. So for the next 5 to 10 minutes, you're just going to let the system do its thing. You're going to see a bunch of scrolling text. with a bunch of numbers. It's going to keep saying bold over and over again. I wasn't able to capture it on video, but just let it do its thing.
So once you reach this part, it's going to say dance forever my only one, which is just a joke. And the pound sign is the important thing here. That means you obtained a temporary root.
Okay, let's go ahead and open up another command prompt and open it just right on top of it. And then we're going to cd back into the platform tools folder. So you're going to type in cd space / Android, because that's the name of the folder and your root of your hard drive. Then you're going to type in cd space platform - tools. To make sure that the system still recognizes the tablet, we're going to type in adb devices. So now that the device is recognized, we're going to type in adb push cwm _ blob _. Now this is where it's very important. If you're using anything after April 23rd, you're going to use v5. If you're using anything prior to 4/23, remember when we checked earlier? If it's anything before 4/23, then you're going to use v4. So in my case, I'm going to be using v5 because I have a tablet that's 4/23 and on. And then you're going to type in space / data / local, then hit enter.
You can see that the file transferred successfully. The next thing you're going to do, we're going to do adb pull space data space local. I'm sorry, you're going to put adb pull space / data / local / cwm _ blob _ v, and again using if you're going to use 5 if you used 5 earlier, and 4 if you used anything because you have something prior to 4/23. And we're going to type in, after we type in v5, we're going to type in cwm blob _ retransfer. Give it a couple seconds. After we do the retransfer, we're going to switch over to the next. We're going to switch over to the other window that I had open already with the pound sign. That means we already obtained root. So here we're going to run the command dd space if equals / data / local / cwm _ blob _ v, capital V, and then remember 5. If you use 5 before, continue using 5. Don't go ahead and switch it now. That doesn't make sense. Keep using the same number. Of equals / dev / block / mmc blk 0, not O, 0p4. And let it do its thing. Perfect, that means it's transferred over. Alright, so the next thing we're going to type in is reboot. Alright, now once I click on reboot, I'm going to switch over quickly to my tablet, which is on the floor right now, because I recommend that you guys don't use a USB hub and just connect it directly into the computer. And since I have a short cable, I ended up having to put it on the floor. So I'm going to click on reboot, and I'm going to quickly switch over to the tablet.
Now let the device boot up. It's going to take a few minutes actually. I just sped this up so we don't waste our time looking at the boot logo. So you're going to think it's going to get stuck, but it's not. So just let it run its course, and then it should boot right back up into the OS.
Okay, so the next thing we need to do now, we need to see if we have obtained root. ADB remount. Remount succeeded. Good. ADB push SU and then system/bin. That pushed over nicely. ADB shell. I'm sorry, ADB shell. CHMOD 67 .55. Here we're switching out the permissions. System/bin/su. We just change the permission of that file. Again, when you're running a permission, you really don't get any kind of notification or anything. Then we're gonna do adb push super user. Keep the capital just in case. apk. Oh wow. apk/system/app/. There we go. We just pushed over the super user APK. Last thing we need to do is adb shell, then reboot. So what's going to happen now is that your tablet is going to be reboot, and then I'll just switch over and I'll install an application that requires root, and I'll show you how that works.
Alright, so at this point you are done. You are rooted. Your tablet can now do things that other tablets cannot do. So here I'm launching up a super user APK, showing you that the green side says that I have root access to those applications. We're going to launch up Titanium Backup, which is a very popular application for backing up your apps. And look at that. It says that under root access, it says OK. So that means we are good to go. Alright, if you made it this far, I appreciate you guys watching the video, and I really hope this was helpful for you guys. Try to make it as easy as possible for everyone. So be sure to check out my website, asustransform.com, and go ahead and stop by our forums and say hi, asustransform.com/forums. We do a lot of other tutorials too, and of course we cover news and do app reviews, so be sure to check out our site. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.